What up, y'all? Welcome to Pop Comics. I'm JoJo coming at you from my other bedroom in the house. So as you can see, I'm not doing so well. I got sick, but it's all good. Today's the first day of the cold, hopefully the last. Yeah, I just had some emergency that I took, so hopefully, that'll kick in and I get some rest. And tomorrow I'll be good to go. Crossing my fingers, we'll see. But when you're just resting up, I just hate that feeling of just being unproductive and just laying there. So, I really wanted to get some videos done. So I was like, well, at least I can just do a movie review or something, right? So that's what we're gonna do right now. I have enough energy to do that, at least, as long as I'm laying down, I think I'm good. But yeah, I realized I hadn't done a review on The Last Jedi. I said I was going to a while back, and I never did. So I thought, why not do it now, since I'm kind of bedridden at the moment. So anyways, yeah, let's just get into it. So, The Last Jedi. What can I say about The Last Jedi? Definitely was not what I was expecting at all. I went into it very excited, obviously. I was a big fan of The Force Awakens. I really like what J.J. Abrams did. I know he gets a lot of flack because, people complain that The Force Awakens was much too similar to A New Hope. And I don't disagree. I mean, I think it was, but I also think that he kind of had to, right? He had to cater to several different audiences among several different generations of people that are fans, So it was definitely a tough task, but he did it, and I thought he did it well. I really enjoyed all the characters we saw, new and old, in that movie. So it was very exciting to, just to anticipate seeing them again in The Last Jedi. And as far as new characters that were reintroduced in The Last Jedi, again, it just wasn't really the continuation I was expecting for those characters and their journeys. Mostly when I say that, I'm talking about Rey and Finn. I just feel like they were meant to do more, and they really didn't do that much in this movie, The Last Jedi. I mean, you think about Rey, she definitely grew into herself a little bit more in this movie, but I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie, I was pulling for her to turn Sith. I would have freaking died. I would have loved that. And they had been teasing it. I mean, a lot of the marketing materials, I mean, the red letters, you had, her alongside Kylo, and a lot of it just looked like they were going to team up or something like that. And I'm not going to lie, that would have been really cool. And I mean, they did for a second in this movie, they teamed up, but I wanted them to go through with the motions, and it just seemed like they kind of abandoned that idea, and that was kind of a letdown for me. And with Finn, it just really seemed like they shoved him aside. Like, he really became just a side character in this movie, which I guess is fine, but, you get so invested in the first movie, Force Awakens, so that's why I'm saying it's kind of a letdown, because I wanted to know more about his background and his past. I mean, maybe we will learn that some more in the next movie, but yeah, in terms of this movie, I just feel it was just constant letdown after constant letdown in terms of overall character story arcs. That was my main gripe. I mean, even with Kylo as well, like, he just got more evil, if that was, like, he was definitely conflicted in the beginning, and then, and for a second there, you think Kylo's gonna turn good, or maybe that Rey will turn bad, but Either one would have been good. Either option, but they decided not to even go that route. And that kind of brings us back to the beginning, back to square one. So, like I said, there's really not much progress in terms of hero's journey. Um, and all I know is that I was really excited for the whole first act. I thought they were going in a really good direction. I really did like how Ray spent time on that island. And that was another thing. I wasn't really sure how long she was on that island. A couple of days, I was assuming. But yeah, like, I'm not even going to get into some of the nitty gritty stuff, little details in that. Because there's just so much to cover with this movie. And yeah. Anyways, in terms of character development, I guess I wish that we would have seen more with her and Luke. I feel like we got some really nice, cool moments, and I honestly didn't really mind too much when it came to the milking of the cow. I didn't mind that whatsoever. I was dying. It was so funny. But yeah, I just wish they had more training scenes, because I feel like there was two or three of them, and that was about it. And I need more than that. I mean, I need to believe that Rey is capable of, you know, doing damage in battle. Like, and I just don't. I didn't feel that. I didn't feel like I was convinced at all. But anyway, yeah. So some more training scenes would have been nice. With her and Luke. Um, Luke's another character that I feel was it was really weird what they did with Luke. Um, the fact that he became a curmudgeon, that's all fine, I think. Um, but when when you find out that he like almost kills Kylo Ren at one point, or was thinking about it at least, that was a little shocking and a little odd, a little hard to believe. I still accepted it, even though it was a little hard to believe. Um, yeah, the fact that he chucked the lightsaber in the beginning in the first scene with him, um, I thought that was straight up like Ryan Johnson spitting in the face of the fans, honestly. And it was kind of rude. I felt so sad. I mean, at the same time, it was funny. Obviously, it's comic relief there. But, like, come on. Part of the fun of being a Star Wars fan is speculation. You go have fun, watch the movie, come out trying to guess what's going to happen in the next one. And that's the thing about Star Wars. There's always these like awesome twists and turns, and it's adventurous and it's fun, and you never know what's going to happen next. And I don't feel like this movie really delivered in that regard. Because ultimately there wasn't really a climax. Like, yeah, you can call the scene where Rey and Kylo team up for like 2 seconds. You can call that the climax, sure. But what happens after that? Nothing. Nothing happens with them. So, is that really a climax? Or is it a step before the climax? I just felt like I was extremely excited. The second act was going really well. And at the end of the second act was when I was like, wait a minute, where is this leading? And that's the thing, it didn't lead anywhere. And I was like, okay, let's give it a chance. Let's see how this is going to end up. And the third act comes around, and sure, some awesome things happen with Luke. I actually liked what they did with Luke's spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, just stop watching right now because I'm about to spoil something. So when Luke dies, I just really enjoyed the way that they did that. The execution of that entire sequence was pretty awesome to me. I know that a lot of people have issues with it, and I think it's a little bit of the older crowd that are super huge fans of the first three films back back in the 70s. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love those movies too, but Luke was never really my hero. He wasn't the guy I liked out of Star Wars. I thought he was a little annoying, to be honest, but I mean, Luke is Luke. Um, I thought they did him justice. I liked what they did. Um, but yeah, like I said, I know a lot of people just hated that whole thing. Um, and yeah, I liked all that, so that was cool. But it kind of took away again from Rey and Kylo and that story. So the whole movie, it's kind of leading up to the moment with Rey and Kylo, and I mean, the moment kind of happens, I guess, like when he tells her who her parents are, which another big letdown. Come on, Ryan Johnson. What is going on here? Like, her parents can't be nobodies. Like, I mean, maybe they are, but that doesn't make for a good story, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Ryan Johnson, this movie was amazing because it surprised everybody, and it was just they took a lot of risks and they all paid off and blah 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 blah." No, I highly disagree with that. I just feel like they didn't take enough risks. Um, because I honestly think Disney doesn't want uh what's her name, Rey, to turn Sith. Um, I don't I don't know if it has anything to do with them being super PC or not, but whatever it is, the movie the movie could have gone in a way that was a lot more entertaining, I think. And yeah, I don't think Ryan Johnson wanted to. It's not that he didn't want to please the fans. I don't think he did this intentionally, but the story he envisioned was not was not going to be pleasing any fans. And I mean, there were even little subtle like jabs at the fans, right? Like the whole chucking of this lightsaber by Luke. Um, the fact that he didn't tell us, or they didn't tell us who Ray's parents are. Even if they are nobodies, like, can't you just let us know who they are? Like, can't you just give us some kind of little flashback showing us, even if they're nobodies, even if they are just drunks, like, let's see the drunks. I think that would have at least been a little more satisfying than just, oh, don't worry about it. Your parents are nobodies. Like, come on. Come on. It's just not right. So, sorry. So, yeah, I think the fans deserved a little more there. Um, what else? What else? There's so much, though. So yeah, I don't know if I'm even making any sense right now. I'm just talking, and this movie has been on my mind for the longest time. If you want to see a really good analysis and editorial about it, head over to Journo's Comics and Pop Culture. I think that's what his channel name is now. He did a really good video on it, and I agreed with a lot of what he had to say. Not everything, like the Luke stuff, but that's only because, like I said, to some people, Luke is the main hero of this franchise, and that to them, he's everything. So I get where they're coming from, and why they're disappointed with the way that Rian Johnson put his spin on things. So yeah. What else can I say? The next movie. I can tell you right now, is probably going to be a hot mess. Like, the fact that there was little to no climax in this movie does not bode well for the next one. So they're going to have to do a lot of compensating for what this movie did not deliver. And that's all on JJ now, which sucks because, I mean, he's basically having to clean up someone else's mess. That's what it is. Hopefully he does a good job. It's another big task, but, if there's anyone right for this, I think it's him. I think he will. He will try his best, and we'll see what he does with the 9th one. Oh my god. So crazy. Oh, sorry, there's something in my eye. Alright, I think that's it. I'm not even going to cover Finn and what's her face. Ugh. Oh. Ooh, but Yoda. Yoda was really cool seeing Yoda. I guess I'll talk about some of the things I did like. Oh, I really, really liked the whole, like, what do you even call it? Like communicating through the Force between Kylo and Rey. That was awesome. Like I said, beginning of the second act, and her self-discovery on the island, I thought was done really well. Although I do have to admit there were some parts that felt a lot like Harry Potter. I don't know if I'm the only one that felt that, but yeah, I definitely saw some similarities there, especially with the self-discovery stuff. And ultimately deciding whether to go good or bad. So yeah, that was awesome. And then Snoke's death, that was dumb. Oh my god, I'm gonna get a bunch of thumbs down from all the people that love this movie. It's okay if you do, I don't mind. But yeah, I thought that was out of nowhere, first of all. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for the story. Look, think about the whole movie. Were there any pivotal moments and or huge game changers? Yeah, Snoke dies. That's probably the only one. Snoke dies, and therefore Kylo pretty much takes his place, right? And becomes more evil. But he was already evil, so... Or deciding. No, he wasn't deciding. Come on, we all knew he was evil. I don't know if I really believed that he was going to turn good. Or go back to the light, as they say. I thought it was Rey that was going to turn. 100%. 100%. Also, okay. This is just a theory of mine, but I honestly think that there was a script where she did turn. Because, and they might have even filmed it, to be honest. I don't know, but if you think about it, after Snoke gets cut in half, they cut to, I want to say they cut to, ooh, what's that? What's the salt planet called again? I can't remember right now. Ooh, damn it. I can't remember right now. Somebody tell me. But yeah, they cut to that battle over there. Mm. And like you don't for a while you don't know what happened to Rey, right? Because they cut back to Snoke's room, and so General Hux comes around and sees Snoke dead on the ground and asks Kylo Ren what happened, and then they figure that she had escaped using Snoke's pod, something like that. I thought that was a little weird, that the fact that we never saw her escape and that it was just a cutscene. And then the next time we see Rey, she is in the Millennium Falcon with Chewie. Again, weird that we didn't actually see them meet up or how she even like met, like we just there's a whole chunk of the movie missing right there. And I'm just wondering, like, if that was just an alternate ending. Did you guys just hear my stomach? That was my stomach. Ugh, nauseous. Anyway, yeah, that's a whole chunk of the movie that's missing. And it just leads me to believe, like, what if there's another version of the movie where she did turn and there's a different ending and they just created a new ending during reshoots and shoehorned that in. Just food for thought. I don't know, guys. I'm just, again, speculating. Who knows? Who freaking knows? I don't know. But anyways, guys, I guess that's about it. I don't know. I was displeased. I left the theater and, honestly, like, because there were really cool scenes in there that I did enjoy. And like I said, I was super into it up until post Snoke's death. After that, it was just like, I mean, it was kind of cool what they did with, not kind of, it was pretty cool what they did with Luke and Kylo, that scene at the end. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, other than that, it's like, what am I watching? I don't even care no more. You guys betrayed me. Yeah, no. I also understand that as a Star Wars fan, you just want to see the characters evolve, into something great. And that didn't happen in this movie. It didn't happen. Yeah, maybe the next one. Let's go, JJ. What? Alright, that's about it. I think I'm delirious. Okay. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. I have so many thoughts, just so many thoughts on this movie, but that was just a few of them. If you like this video, give me a like or subscribe or both. I don't hate it. And you could also catch me on Twitter and on Instagram at pop.comics, and I guess I'll catch y'all over there later.